Welcome back to Concrete Conversations. This is a space for real, raw, authentic conversations with people who have built something from the ground up. Know my brand, then you know our motto, the rose that grew from concrete. So to me, that stands for resilience. Basically, you bloom wherever you're planted. So everyone that comes on this show, they have a story to tell about how they've overcome something and built something great. And I basically just want to give them their flowers. So welcome today's guest. We have the co-owner of Palmer Supermarket, Ezron, and I'll just let him give a little brief introduction real quick.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. My name is Ezron Palmer, co-owner of the Palmer Supermarket here in Berkeley. Own it with my father, and we've been around since about 2021.
Okay. Who haven't met you before, who are you outside of business?
Outside of business, some couple things I like to do is, go to certain community events, play a little basketball here and there.
Okay.
I love another hobby of mine. I just like to puzzle.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay. What got you into that?
During the pandemic, was bored. It was my girlfriend at the time, but my wife now. We went to a Family Dollar, just grabbed a puzzle, we did it together, and from there I just started doing puzzles.
That is so
Yeah.
cute. I love that. Okay. Inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
So definitely my parents. Since I was young, probably like 8 years old, my parents brought me into their business. They have owned businesses since before I was even born. My father, Mike Palmer, he owns the MP Island Cafe brand.
Okay.
So I was working with him since I was a kid, and just seeing him and how my parents worked, him and my mom, how they worked, just inspired me to want to do it myself and not work for somebody else.
It was just in your family,
Yeah.
so you knew you wanted to get into business and things.
hmm
One lesson that you learned that every aspiring business owner should hear.
One lesson learned is that when it comes to the business, you can't really rely on other people to know the information. You want to have good people around you, but you also want to know the information for yourself. Like when we first started, we had people in place who were supposed to be the managers, general managers, assistant managers. They were coming from different organizations like Sam's Club, Walmart, where those organizations, they give you like the playbook of how everything's supposed to run. Us being an independent grocery store and not knowing everything that there is to know about it, it was a little bit different. So those people that we had in place, we kind of relied on them that first couple years, and it didn't really pan out. Once I kind of stepped into the general manager role and looking at each part of the business, that's when we started to see a difference, because I was in there talking to the customers and seeing what people wanted to come into the store, seeing what they like, what they don't like, and that kind of made that flip.
Okay,
hmm
that's really good because I think a lot of like owners, like CEOs, they're outside the business, so
hmm
they don't see what goes on every day.
Right,
And I feel
right.
like that too because I know a lot of salon owners who are just they own the salon,
hmm
but they're not in it, so you don't see the
Day to day.
struggles. Like yeah,
Right,
so I think that plays a big part in it.
for sure.
So, what inspired you to open a supermarket instead of like another type of business?
So supermarket is kind of similar to what my dad was already doing. Like I said, MP Island, that's a Caribbean island, grocery and restaurant.
Okay.
And when I was coming out of college, I went to VCU, graduated in 2020 in business management. Basically, as soon as I got out of that, he presented me the opportunity here, as well as the city of Norfolk wanted us to come here. Not necessarily us, but a supermarket to come here.
Okay.
The bigger brands, the Food Lions, Walmarts, they didn't really want to come to this area, seeing that they thought it wouldn't be profitable or worth their time to come in the area.
That's crazy.
And the area is a food desert, meaning that they didn't have access to, fresh fruits, vegetables, and other healthy options.
Yeah.
So within like a certain mile radius. And that being said, also have a lot of seniors in the area, so they don't have like the vehicles to get to where they need to go.
Access, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So that was part of the inspiration of why we wanted to come home into this community.
Wow,
hmm
that's amazing. I think this is like the perfect spot for it,
Yeah.
honestly. That's wild that like big corporations wouldn't even want to
Right.
invest in
Right.
the area.
hmm
And that's why I feel like I personally got over here because I feel like I have like a purpose, like a
Right.
vision, to help the community. I love that.
Yeah,
That y'all
they've
have
been.
like a purpose behind your mission.
Yeah, they have a groceries like committee in the
Mhm.
area that's been trying for years and years to get this a supermarket in the area. Because when the Farm Fresh closed, it was like closed for I don't know, I think between 8 to 10 years, and they didn't
Yeah.
have a grocery store in the area.
Wow. So people will have to travel just to get groceries.
Exactly.
What gap did you feel existed in the community that you wanted to fill? So I know you said they didn't have the supermarket, but what else do you think was missing from the area that y'all had brought here?
We also brought the soul food kitchen, which
Okay.
is an addition to the grocery store. Something that we wanted to bring in to kind of separate ourselves from other grocery stores. So you can come in, grab some food after you do your shopping. You don't have to go home and cook your groceries. You
Right.
just put your grocery tray away and enjoy your meal, or you can eat it in the store.
Right.
So we have area in there for you to sit down and eat.
Yeah, that's smart too, because everybody knows, like, we go grocery shopping, you get exhausted after
Yeah,
that. Like, you don't even want to cook no more. You just want to eat. So,
right.
yeah, that's real convenient. Also down the street from the shipyard, so I know they come there on their lunch breaks and stuff. So that's convenient for them. What makes your supermarket different from big chains? I know you said you have the soul food and everything, but what else?
We also it's like a traditional grocery store, but ours is a little bit different, being that we have an in-store butcher. So our pork is cut, our beef is cut. We ground the beef in the store as well.
Oh wow!
A lot of the stores, they get like prepackaged stuff that's coming from wherever, and they have to put gas and stuff into the product just to make it last, so they can get shipped over there. But for us, we're the ones cutting it and grinding it ourselves, so you don't have that same gas effect on the products. We also have a seafood section in the store that gives fresh fish. You can do steamed crabs. You can get the crabs frozen. You can get fresh shrimp. You can get this shrimp steamed. We are starting to do seafood boils over there. So we got a lot of different options.
Okay. I like care like about the quality and stuff. Like that's big because a lot of big chains and stuff they really don't put that much effort into it.
Yeah, they're just trying to get the product out.
Right.
And
So
another thing, sorry to cut you off, but the fact that we are locally owned, it gives us a lot of flexibility to change prices on the drop of a dime. So say a customer comes in, they complain about the price of an item, we can see if we can find that item somewhere else to bring it in cheaper, or maybe we just take a smaller margin on it, so just that we can remain competitive with the other stores.
Okay. Because, yeah, I have heard some people like complain about pricing, and I'm just like, they're a small business. Like, you have to pay for, you're basically putting money in their pockets.
I'll say, to be honest, when we first opened, the prices were a little bit higher. We completely switched our wholesaler, which provides like a good 80% of the products that we sell.
Okay.
And once we made that switch, all the prices have dropped.
Okay.
So if you were somebody who came in when we first opened that first year or two, if you come back now, you'll know that we're very competitive now.
Okay. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all stop by. Favorite things in the international food section.
International food section, I'll probably say the jerk seasonings. The butcher that we have as well, they also use the seasonings from that aisle, and they prepare some of the meats for people to buy, take home and grill. And I've done that numerous times, taking home the seasoned meats, and the jerk chicken is always good on the grill.
Wow, and that's a good marketing technique too, because when they cook with it, you can let them know, and then they can buy it at home. Okay, I love that. Like that's yes, get into it. Inspired y'all to include products from so many other different cultures.
So my father is from Jamaica, so he's bringing that in as well as with the MP Allen brand. So he saw like a need for the Caribbean products when he first moved here, because he moved here from Jamaica. He moved to New York. Then when he moved from New York, he moved to here, and then he realized there was a difference. In New York, there were a lot of different stores that were selling the Caribbean products, groceries and food and things like that, and he saw the need for that here. So that's where the original idea came from, and then we expanded that into like the Hispanic, the African, and other Asian and other cultures, just to bring everybody together.
It's amazing, and we don't really have many like international stores out here, so that's a good like business, thing too.
Another thing to kind of separate us and try to bring people in.
Right. You decide like what products to carry.
It comes from us venturing out and seeing what other places carry, as well as people coming in and saying, "Oh, why don't you carry this?" And we're always willing to give something a try. If it doesn't work, maybe we'll give it a try again. And if it continues not to work, maybe won't sell it, but we're always willing to give something to try.
Okay, so you listen to the feedback from your customers.
Yeah,
that's good. That's important, because a lot of people, they just get what they want to get, or what they think might sell.
Yeah,
but you have to really listen to the people who are paying you. That's how you stay in business.
And when we first opened up, the first company we were having with the wholesaler that I mentioned with the higher prices, they kind of just came in and kind of dumped a lot of product on us. A lot of stuff that wasn't tailored for this area, and that caused us to lose thousands of dollars. So when we switched over to the other company, this other company is called MDI. They are actually specifically working with like individuals rather than corporations.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like hands on with you, trying to help you throughout the way. So that's how
Okay.
we've been able to, really make a change with the store.
So have you had customers discover foods that remind them of home?
Yes, yes. Just the other day, somebody mentioned on TikTok, there's I love coming there because I can't find this stuff, the Caribbean products, anywhere else. Like I go to you guys for everything that reminds me of home.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's like that nostalgia when you walk
Yeah.
in. Also just feels like community. Like
Hmm.
whenever I go in there, it just feels like love.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
know.
That's what we
So,
kind of we preach to our employees. Like, we want people to feel at home here, like a home
mhm.
away from home, like
Right.
somebody, like a familiar
Right.
feeling when you're there.
Right.
Hmm.
And I get that. So, y'all did a
Hmm.
good job with that.
Appreciate that.
Important for people to have access to foods that represent their culture.
You don't want to lose yourself because even if you're coming from another place, like say you're moving from Jamaica, you don't want to lose yourself. You want to, still have that history, that's the background that you come from. You want to be
Mhm.
able to pass that down to your kids and everything like that. So even something as small as just like a seasoning or something is something that you can still talk to your kid or pass on to your family or things like that.
I don't think I even put this on here, but I was wondering about the whole outbreak with like the vegetables and stuff. How do
Hmm.
y'all deal with things like that? Like,
That is kind of just us dealing with directly with our supplier, which is
mhm.
mainly, like I said, MDI, and
Okay.
us just staying on top of our communication as far as recalls go and staying up to date as soon as something gets recalled, which as far as their products haven't been called into question yet. But when we do get recalls here and there, and then we just pull all that items from the shelf.
Okay. So have y'all lost a lot of money like since the
Not since
whole
this recent outbreak
Okay,
now.
okay, good. I was just wondering about that. I just thought about that. Why is giving back so important to y'all?
We are in the community, so we want to be a part of the community. We don't want to just be here selling stuff to people. We want to let them know that we're here to stay and help the community thrive. So we've done, school drives. We've partnered with law firms like Mooring Law Firm, who's been a like tremendous help for us as far as a yearly gift card giveaway. Where the last year, which is well, not last year, last February, they gave
Mhm.
away over $40,000 worth of groceries, and that helped over 200 families.
Mhm.
So things like that, where every dollar counts, even if it was a $50 or $25 gift card, it still helps.
Right.
Mm.
What are some misconceptions that people have about this neighborhood?
That it's all bad. It's good. You don't want to go over there. I'll see that comment here or there on um, TikTok or Instagram or something like that. But there's great people in this community,
Right.
and there's crime that happens everywhere. It's
Right.
not specifically here.
Exactly.
Things.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like you can literally, go to school, you can go to a church, like
Hmm.
anywhere in this crime that happens.
Right.
So it's just a stigma for this area.
Hmm.
And that's why like I want to kind of break that
Yeah.
stigma, do things to bring, positivity to the
Right.
area. You can counteract the negativity because if
Hmm.
it's, so many people doing positive things, that's going to
Hmm.
spread. So what has been one of your proudest moments serving this community?
I would have to say probably that gift card giveaway
Okay.
because you come out, you got DJs going, we got a line wrapped around the building, and just walking that line, seeing all the people, they're
Hmm.
excited, ready to get their gift cards, come in, get shopping. We also do a yearly gift card giveaway. Well, not yearly, but a year's worth of groceries. So you get
Oh,
$100
wow.
a month from that same Morin law firm, where two individuals this year were able to get $100 each month. Well, it's still ongoing until next February. They'll be receiving that, and
Okay.
just to see the smiles on people's faces and just the energy, people dancing and everything like that. It's
Right,
just this
right.
is
So just to piggyback off of that, you're
Mhm.
hosting a Black Farmers Market. So
Yes.
tell us more about that partnership.
So we partner with the president of the Mid Atlantic Black Farmers. Um, his name is Thelonious, and so that's the first and third Saturday of each month. So we got farmers and other vendors who are coming out to the parking lot. They're setting up and selling out their produce, which is great to see. Black farmers, like you don't
Right,
really see that every day,
right.
and we want to put a highlight on that. We're hoping to eventually carry the products in the store, so not only you can get it on the first and the third Saturday, but you can also come in and get it at the store.
That's dope.
Mhm.
Okay, so why is supporting Black farmers and local businesses important?
So supporting Black farmers and local businesses is important because of just the history of America. where we've been and to where we come now, we still aren't, highlighted in certain professions or certain industries where, there's still barriers to entry.
Right.
And with the farmers, that we want to show people like it is possible, and it is something that people are doing out there. There's certain events in history like the Black Wall Street, where you see the success of Black people coming together and thriving,
Mhm.
and still getting destroyed and
Right. Right.
taken out. So it's important to highlight when Black people are doing well.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. And also, I just think like with the food crisis and all the
Hmm.
things that are going on, it's like an attack on our
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
So I think it's important for just the
Hmm.
Black community to kind of be more aware of
Exactly.
growing our own foods and
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? So,
definitely, especially right now. Like
right.
you want to eat healthy, eat fruits and vegetables, and now they're telling you that there's this outbreak going on. So,
Right.
hmm,
So if you grow your own food, you know exactly where it's coming
exactly.
from, and you know what's in it.
Hmm.
So that's
That's a
important.
good point.
People expect if they come out.
Good energy. They had music going this last Saturday. Many different vendors from mushroom farmers, watermelon farmers. You got people doing farm raised eggs. They have different skincare companies out there selling off their products. Candle companies. There's a beekeeper, so he makes
Wow.
honey and beeswax candles and different things
Oh,
like that as
I
well.
got his candles. Yeah, I actually got to come out there one day,
Okay.
and I checked a few of the vendors out. I was coming at the
Mhm.
end, so I might have missed some of them.
Mhm.
But yeah, I got a candle from the bee guy,
Mhm.
and checked out the skincare from that lady. She also, I forgot her name. I'm sorry, but she brought us like a wholesale package of her skincare products. So I want
Okay.
to check those out. But yeah, it was really nice. Like just the
Mhm.
energy, like you said, was
Yeah.
a nice vibe, and it was just nice seeing everybody doing their own
Right.
thing.
Right.
And again, it just feels like community.
Hmm.
So yeah, y'all definitely come check it out.
Hmm.
Um,
It's the first and third Saturday each
okay,
month, and it's going until the end of the year, I believe. I don't have the
okay,
exact date right now, but
okay,
yeah, we still got quite a bit coming up.
okay. How does an event like this benefit both the neighborhood and small businesses?
We bring the small businesses in. They're able to show off their products, whether it's like all the different kinds that they have. It also helps the local businesses because it's drawing in people from the farmers market along this whole shopping center. A
Mhm.
lot of people I've seen come into the store, it's their first time. I see them looking up in the sky in the store trying to figure out
Mhm.
where things are. So I'll ask them, how'd you hear about us? And a lot of them it's social media, but a lot of them are just coming directly from the farmers market.
Just bringing business and exposure. And
Hmm.
I had posted a TikTok from when I had went out there, and it's
Hmm.
actually been getting a lot of views. And
Hmm.
people are saying they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
So that's just how it happens. Like it spreads when you
Hmm.
put the word out.
Yeah, the farmer market thing is becoming really popular, like pretty much all around here. But it's like you said, it's a good way to highlight your business. You might have a storefront, or you might not have a storefront, but it's a good way to get in front of people and show them what you have to offer.
Right. You hope to continue events like this in the future?
Definitely, definitely want to continue these type of events, and also, like I said before, try to get some of their products in the store. We're in talks with a couple of the people who are vendors, like the person who does the honey, the person who does the eggs, and then some of the farmers trying to get some of their produce in the store as well.
Okay. And that's a really good opportunity to like
Hmm.
have your small business in a big space like
Hmm.
that. And one of the biggest challenges of running a grocery store.
Biggest challenges, I would say right now, it's probably just the equipment cost. It being a farm fresh, um, that being closed for over 10 years,
Mhm.
and then us getting in there, that equipment hasn't been running. So there's a lot of repairs and maintenance that comes along with that. And it's been, pretty tough here and there where situations happen. Power goes out, there's a storm, knocks out all the equipment,
Mm.
freezers go down, you got to get rid of all that product, replace all
Yeah.
that product. So it's been a couple times now where we've lost thousands of dollars worth of product just from the freezers going
I
down.
would cry.
So I'll say that's probably like the roughest challenge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are there moments where you question whether to keep going?
Yeah, a couple times. Definitely when you come in and you see the ice cream on the ground,
Yeah.
melted out, and all your freezers are messed up.
Oh,
That's
I can
that's
imagine.
tough. But
I'll be sick.
you gotta know what your goal is, and that's to provide for the community and
Right.
try to better everyone around you.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. And that's the good thing. Like, it comes with struggles and,
Hmm.
trials, but like, it's worth it though,
Yeah, yeah, it's just part of it, part of the story.
Right. Thing that people don't realize that happens behind the scenes.
Mm. Don't realize that happens behind the scenes. I would say is some people when they talk about the prices, it's something where I go out to these food shows where it's basically me going to expos, talking to different vendors, trying to get like pallets of product. Because if you get about a pallet, most of the time it's going to come in cheaper. So it's me negotiating certain deals and going out there and trying to get the best deal for the customers. And
Okay.
us also, listening to the customers and um, trying to change those prices to make sure we're staying competitive.
Okay. That's why I hate when people, talk junk and stuff,
Mm,
because it's like you really don't know what's going on
right.
behind the scenes to make this happen for y'all,
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm glad that y'all actually listen and you
Hmm.
do the things, but hopefully people give y'all a little more grace.
Yeah, I definitely would say like I said, if you have been there since that first 2 years, just come check us out again. If you
Hmm.
still have the same complaints, let us know, and we'll see what we can do about
Okay.
it.
All right. Motivated on the difficult days.
Just knowing what the goal is. The goal is just to provide for the community, like I said, and hopefully one day move on to another franchise. Not leave this area, keep this
Keep
here,
building.
right? But keep building, open up more stores and more communities that need us.
So, as another business owner in this shopping center, I've noticed that you're always looking for ways to improve.
Mhm.
So, what does revitalizing the community look like for you? Like, what
Um,
else can you do more than what you've already contributed?
I would say I've been to a career fair over at the STEM Academy down the street,
Okay.
and talking to some of those kids in there. I think that's something I would like to do more. Also, talk to Pee Wee, who's like the mayor of Berkeley.
Hmm.
He's been talking to me about maybe going over to some of the centers, community centers around here, and speaking to some of the kids and letting them know it's possible, own your own business and be your own boss. Just something
Okay.
to strive for.
I don't think I mentioned in the beginning, but we're in the same shopping center. We're in like a underserved community.
Hmm.
So that's really good that, you want to reach out to the kids, because the
Yeah,
kids are the future and
exactly.
they also need to see people like them
Hmm.
doing big things.
Right.
So, yeah, that's important. So, what role do local businesses play in changing the perception of a neighborhood, of this neighborhood?
It's kind of like a vibe thing, like we were saying earlier. It's just what energy are you pouring into the community?
Hmm.
Certain events that we put on, like whether it's the giveaways or the farmers market, it's just to kind of change up the vibe.
Okay, so
Hmm.
just bringing like good vibes,
Yeah.
good energy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like that energy like you felt when you come into the store.
Hmm.
That's kind of how we want to keep it, just like that.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. How can business owners work together instead of competing?
I'd say it's not uh I have to get to this place, because we can always work together. It's not like if I win, you can't win.
Right.
We can win together.
Right.
And I think people need to get out of the mentality of, oh, I can't support that person because I'm trying to do something myself.
Right.
We can all help each other.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah. And we're stronger together. Like,
Right.
that's literally what community is.
Hmm.
When one person is doing something, you got to bring the next person on, and then it
Hmm.
just brings like a ripple effect.
Yeah, because you never know what reaction that would have,
Right.
or what that's gonna bring back to you.
Exactly. So, what are some collaborations you'd love to see happen here?
I haven't really thought about that. But I'll say probably more collaborations with some. I don't really have an answer for that. I was
Well,
gonna
with
try to
me,
ramble something, but
we technically are collaborating, but I
Mhm.
definitely want to start doing some more things in the area.
Right.
So maybe we can have some collabs in the future. So if you could change one thing about this area tomorrow, what would it be?
I'll say the perception,
Yeah.
because it's really not as bad as people claim it to be.
Right.
Hmm. I know my father had told me, back in the day, it what had a different energy, had a different perception, but that the way it was then is not how it is now.
Mm.
It's much better now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. Even over the last couple years, like when I
Hmm.
first moved over here, I would say it was it was a little more chaotic.
Hmm.
It's changed a lot just from me being here. I've only been
Right.
here for about 2 years, but
Hmm.
just in that time, I have felt like there has been a big shift in the
Hmm.
area. I just feel like it's more positive. I feel like we have more shops over here. We have the medical center over there. I feel like we do have more community events and stuff. So I just feel like the energy is shifting in a positive way.
Definitely.
What does success mean to you today compared to like when you first started?
Say success today means that our community is served, our customers are served, um, seeing those smiles, hearing that whenever we have good sales, people are excited like, oh, they're checking out the meat prices. It's like, oh, y'all got the best meat prices in town. So just hearing those type of things is all success to me.
Okay. Entrepreneurship taught you about yourself.
I would say I'm a problem solver. Um, Taught me that I do like to get, even if it's a hard situation, just figuring out ways to make it to come up with a solution.
Okay, because you have to be solution oriented
Yeah.
in business because it's always going to be a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Always
every
putting
day.
out fires.
Right. You got to work on like your mental health too.
Yeah.
Like, has that affected you at all?
Yeah, I would say definitely it's affected me earlier on. Now I've kind of just been in a state of acceptance and knowing that I can't really control what happens, but
Right.
I can control how I respond
That's
to what
a good
happens.
one. Yeah, that's the key. Is just really controlling how you react to situations when things go left. Okay. So, what legacy do you hope to leave behind?
Hopefully, I can pull this e-commerce supermarket brand into a franchise up and down the East Coast, multiple states. Legacy that pass on to my kids if they want to be in the business. My parents never forced me into the business.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say that because they did bring me along when I was young, bringing me into the store, but they didn't force me to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I went off to college. I wanted to be in business myself, so that's why I went to college for business management. So like I said, if my kids want to be that, then I'd love for that. But just for them to see, it's possible to make something great.
Okay, I love that answer because I like how you said you didn't force your kids or you're not going to force your kids. Because I think a lot of people, they'll start a business thinking that, oh, I'm going to leave this to my kids. And then they grow up and they don't even want to run a business or anything. So, yeah, it's just important for you to be able to show them what's possible and then give them that option and just give them a better life,
Right. Not that I have kids now, but just looking into the future.
Okay. So you don't have kids yet, but that's your goal. Okay. Influences on your journey.
Let's say my parents again there.
Okay.
It all starts from them and seeing how they work and operate and the time that they put in and the effort that they put in. And it's like, they can do it, I can do it.
Okay. So shout out to mom and dad. What advice would you give someone who wants to invest back into their own community?
I'd say go for it. It's always going to come back to you when you invest in your community. Might not be monetarily, but it could be just what you give to them. That you'll feel that.
Like, I'm not from here, so I'm from like a small like country town.
Okay.
So my goal is to eventually go back and invest in the area too. So like you said, I think it's not even about the money, but it's just like the feeling you get like giving back and like helping and pouring into other people. So coffee or tea?
I really don't do either. If I had to pick one, I would say probably like peppermint tea or something like that.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Okay.
I get into
Early
the store
bird gets
like
the worm.
5:30 most.
Okay. All right. Favorite meal from your restaurant?
For every day I eat a turkey wing.
I've seen the video. I've seen that video.
At least one turkey wing. Might be green beans, might be cabbage, might be collard greens, but definitely a turkey wing every day.
And I've heard the hype about the turkey wings. I still haven't tried it yet.
You gotta try it.
I got to because I heard that they're like the bomb. But I'm on a diet, so I've been trying to watch my
I am
weight.
too, actually. I've been eating one turkey wing, just a side of greens or something like that, and it's been working.
Okay. National food everyone should try.
Either oxtail or jerk chicken. I don't know which one's my favorite out of the two, but oxtail or jerk chicken, one of those gotta be.
Yeah, I love some oxtail. Favorite local black-owned business besides your own?
I really like what J&K Style Grill is doing.
Okay.
A lot of the events they're putting on and everything like that, so I would say that.
Okay. Yeah, I like their food too. I used to work in Military Circle with them.
Okay.
When they had a shop out there.
Gotcha.
Word that describes your leadership style?
I'll say understanding. Type of person that wants to hear what you have to say. Also knowing that when I'm telling you to do something, I'm not just going to tell you to do it. I'm going to tell you the purpose of it. Because once you have the purpose, then you got more intent to what you're doing rather than just mindlessly doing something. So
Okay.
understanding where the person's coming from and letting them know, the why of it all.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good answer. And that I feel like is a good leadership quality because people
Hmm.
will respect you more when they feel like they're understood,
Yeah.
you know.
Hmm.
So and they're not like micromanaged. What's next for the supermarket?
Supermarket, hopefully expanding to another franchise, another store, and creating a franchise.
Okay.
Hmm.
So end goal is a franchise for
Hmm.
sure. All right. If people remember one thing after watching this interview with you, what do you hope it is?
I would say to shop and support local, and before you take the time to criticize, come to us and
See for
criticize us.
yourself.
Criticize us to let us know what it is that we can improve on,
Okay.
rather than going out and making a post or telling everybody about it. We can make changes ourselves, being that we are local. So
Right.
we have that power. So if you come to us, just let us know what we need to do better, and we'll try to get to it.
Okay. So big on integrity and,
Hmm.
listening to the feedback from
Right.
your customers. Wrap this up here.
Hmm.
So I enjoyed our conversation.
Likewise.
And, now you guys get to know all about e-commerce supermarket. They have amazing deals, amazing
Hmm.
food, amazing just community environment. So make sure y'all come check them out. And I'll leave all their information below. And if you enjoyed the conversation, make sure you like and subscribe. Drop me a rose in the comments if you made it to the end. And just remember that you can bloom wherever you are planted, and even the strongest roses grow from concrete. And I'll see y'all in the next one.
All right. Thanks for having me.